During this module, we'll be diving deep into order management. So everything from receiving a reservation, approving that reservation, exactly where you need to navigate to in order to view COI details that were uploaded by the customer, and also some specifics on fulfilling and shipping your order out. That is, if you're using BoxedUp's delivery service or if you're loading your own carrier information and tracking them. First thing that you'll notice is a dashboard that is attempting to highlight things that are important to you, the number of orders that are in each different state. You'll also see a chart that's going to break down percentage of orders that are pickup versus those that are deliveries. You can see we've got 2 deliveries and 1 pickup here. And if we scroll down, we'll see our list of orders, when they were created, when they start, in the different states. So now the first thing that we're going to do is click into an order that has an order note, just so we can see exactly what that looks like and how customers can communicate to you when they place an order. So if we check into this order, we see this note that was left by a mock customer to please add a blanket discount of 20% to that order. And that was done here. In this next piece of this module, we'll show you exactly how to apply discounts and make changes to an order if that customer has already made a reservation. All right, so as we can see here, we're now inside of an order that has been reserved. Now, it's important to note that until we approve the order, we don't have to take any action. Instead, we just want to review some of the information to check to make sure that we have everything in inventory that was ordered, and B, to see if we need to make any changes or if the customer has made any request. So in this particular case, there are no notes left for this order, but we can do a number of things. We can quickly look at the order items list if we would like to pull up exactly what we're looking for. We can also take a look at some of the shipment information here and also drag this map around if that was something that was important to us. And then we can review some of the details of the order. So before we actually approve this order, we're just going to come in and make a couple of adjustments based on what this customer has dropped in. So the first thing that we'll note is that we can add a discount directly here within our portal, and we can either add this as a percentage or a fixed amount. No surprise, if we wanted to apply a 20% discount, we'll see $10 come off of that item. We could also add a dollar-based discount and say we're actually just going to take $5 off of this product and then apply that to the order. As you can see here, those numbers are reflected in the total. And then we also reserve the right to add a top line discount if we wanted to further discount that order. We have the ability and the capability to do that as well. Before we save that one, in this next portion, I'm going to show you how to add a product and then what happens after you do that so that the customer has an opportunity to review that order or that change. All right. So now we're going to add a product. So this comes up frequently, especially for delivery orders or for pickup orders. We'll see that in a second. Now we're going to go in and add a product. And the first thing that BoxedUp is going to do is look within your catalog. So this is your entire catalog. If we had more than 3 products, we'd be able to search to say that we have a couple more items in stock. It looks like this customer didn't order this full tilter cage for the Sony A7. So if we wanted to, we could also add that to this customer's order as well. As you can see here, it's now highlighted along with the rest of the orders within this. And now we're going to say we're going to save these changes. Now, what that does is it saves everything that we've changed. And now we have an updated order items list that now has our changed order. It's still in a reserved state, but now we've got a request approval. And the reason why we do this is so that both the supplier and the customer are fully aware and transparent of the changes that were made. In some cases, the customer might need to go and seek approval from someone else. So we want to make sure there's a clear line of communication when this occurs. So we're going to go and request an approval, and then we'll show you what that looks like on the customer side. And then we'll show you what that change looks like once you get an alert into your account that a customer has approved that change request. So now we're going to quickly come back to the customer side of the portal so that you can be aware of what the customer experience is. So if I'm the customer and I go in and I look at all of my orders, I can now see the status of each of my orders and filter by that status as well. And as we can see here, this order has been flagged because it's now pending the customer's review and approval. So anytime there's a change to an order, a customer will be notified. So we see here that there was a discount that was applied. So that shows up, as well as this new product. So now the customer has a few options. They can cancel that, decide that they want to change, or they can also leave a note and approve this change. This addition looks good. Thanks for the discount. Let's add an exclamation mark, and then we're going to go ahead and approve those changes. At which point, you as the supplier would get another email stating that that order is now in a reserve state. And if we click over and refresh, we now see that change has been approved by the customer, and now it's up to us to make that approval. So we're going to go ahead and approve that order. We'll get a quick flag just to confirm that that's what we want to do. And now we are in an approved state. This now is locked in. You can make changes in pre-prep. We'll see that in another module. All right, for this next module, now we're going to walk through two shipping options. We can either buy shipping or we can confirm shipping. The good thing about buying shipping directly through BoxedUp is because we're aggregating orders and volume across our entire platform, you actually get a much better discounted rate directly with UPS, who we utilize for this service. But let's say you have a special relationship with FedEx as an example, you can confirm shipment here. So if we click on carrier name, you can select exactly how you want to fulfill that item. And then you'll select this field and populate your tracking number, and then choose a file to upload along with that outbound service. Now you can also do the same for your return. And let's assume that we're going to go FedEx back as well. And then once we choose that document and apply, this is extremely important because we want customers to be able to access their return label in the event anything happens to the label that you sent along with that original package. So they can always come into their BoxedUp account and reprint that if needed. Now, you also have the option to purchase shipping. As we talked about, these are discounted rates. So you'll see the shipping address, you'll get a reminder of the rental dates, and now you just have to simply populate the size of the package and the weight. So we're going to assume that these two items need to be split between two packages that we have. So we're going to populate the dimensions and the weight for the first one, and then we're going to come back in and do the same for a second box. And now we're going to hit refresh services. And what this does is simply ask UPS to return the available services that meet the delivery date. And since this order begins on the 25th, we're now seeing options from January 20th based on our ground shipping methods, and we'll also see return shipping. And this is an estimated delivery back to you, the supplier, based on when the service or the order ends. So let's say that we wanted to wait until the 24th to ship this product. We can next date air that by 8:30 a.m. and then elect a slower return service via ground on the way out. And then we're going to go ahead and click apply. Once we do that, that means that this is now purchased through to UPS. And then what we would see is those documents populated back here so that you can access that. But since this is just a trial period, we don't actually see those order samples generated, but you can indeed generate those labels directly within BoxedUp and have that returned into your shipping window. Once you do that, all you have to do is print the outbound labels, apply that to the box, and then the return labels, include those within the package.